looking at one of the highlights of the Fred family collection in Rochester, Indiana, a 1941 Co-op B2 Junior. It's one of the first tractors Eli Fred's grandpa Levon bought when he started collecting.
This tractor was purchased by my grandpa out of a salvage yard near Delphi, Indiana, back in '83. So it's been in the family for a long time. He, I think, just thought it was unique and he hadn't heard about that particular brand, and so he decided to just purchase one, and that's how the collection kind of started from there. A year later, he restored it, and he had to do, I'm sure, some engine work and plenty of body work and painting, and I just restored it this last winter.
The Co-op brand of tractors was born out of a desire by the National Farm Machinery Cooperative to reduce costs for farmers through collective ownership of machinery production. However, the history of these machines can be confusing. Over a 17-year period, 5 different companies built co-op tractors in 10 states.
Those co-op members probably were looking for a low-cost, reliable tractor for themselves that they could build and use themselves. It seemed like they would get an already established manufacturer to build certain models or certain things for them, just so that saves the time of starting from scratch. You know, they just rebadge it and put their name on it. This one is one of them that was built in Shelbyville, Indiana. B2 Junior is actually the smaller model that they made. It's kind of the little brother to the B2. The regular B2, which is the 6-cylinder model that they made more of them. The Co-op B2 Junior was just a smaller, 4-cylinder version for those farmers that didn't need as much horsepower, wanted a little bit smaller tractor. They purchased the rear end of the tractor from Fate Ruth Heath Company, and then put their own hood, frame rails, and front end on it to complete the tractor.
One big selling point for these tractors was their speed. They could go more than 20 miles an hour in road gear. And when you also factor in the rubber tires, that meant farmers could get to town or to the grain elevator a little quicker.
The engine is a 4-cylinder Continental F162 engine, and it was a pretty common engine at that time that was used in different brands of tractors. Speed-wise, the road gear is pretty quick on it. I'm not sure haven't topped out the speedometer to see what it actually runs, but it's in the probably low 20s, I'd say, max speed. It's really pretty smooth driving, and it purrs pretty good. I mean, it doesn't, not a very loud tractor, and it seems to run really good.
It's hard to say how many of these B2 Juniors are around today, which is one of the reasons the tractor is appealing to Eli.
The biggest thing I like about the Co-op brand is it's an Indiana-built tractor, which is where we're from, but also just how few are made of the Junior is interesting to me. You know, you just can't find them anywhere. You got to really search if you're going to find one. There's about, I believe, 17 or so that we know of guys that have them still to exist. And I think overall production is not exactly known, what they built back in 1941, but it's believed that maybe 60 or around 66 could have been built along with right in the same assembly line as the B2s.
As you can imagine, it means a lot to Eli to have one of his grandpa's tractors in his collection.
It's pretty special because obviously I inherited it, and it seemed like this was kind of one of his favorites just because it was one of the beginning ones and got it started, and he took it to a lot of shows, and he's since passed, but I was glad to get it back restored again, fix some things, and I think wish he could see it now.
Eli isn't the only member of the family to catch classic tractor fever from Grandpa. His brother James also has it, and the two of them work together to collect and restore all of their machines.
He's 3 years older than me, but we work together pretty good, and we do a lot of the projects together. He's more the brains behind the operation, and he can help me out here or there, but we work pretty well together. We like the more oddball, rare stuff, and we kind of have our eye on the same type stuff, so we usually agree on that.
One other thing the brothers agree on, if they find a rare or unusual tractor, they won't hesitate to add it to the Fred family collection.
Oh, the hunt's never over. We're not actively looking all the time, but we keep our eye out, and some tractors will fall into place, I'm sure, moving forward. We're still young, so if it's rare enough and we find the right deal, we'll jump on it.
Hey, thanks for catching Classic Tractor Fever. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel right here on YouTube. You can also find even more videos and branded merchandise on our website, ClassicTractorsTV.com.